I'll be truly honest, Morihiro really cooked this season, but Mitsuri, this might just be bae. Actually, no, I can never give up my one true love. Anyways, I feel like Mitsuri's screen time was, meh. Don't worry, I'll explain. Well, when I first seen Mitsuri, I wasn't really feeling her. It's honestly just because, really, I just had my eyes on Shinobu the entire time, being the only other woman Hashira at the time. I mean, Mitsuri was cool, but it's something that just kind of threw me off. At first, I believe it's like the watermelon hair color. Apparently her hair became like this from eating way too much Sakura mochi. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but whatever the case, I'm pretty sure it's for the best, because her original hair color, yeah, no. Her overall design just really seemed like too much to me at first. It's also because she had these like 2 birthmarks right underneath both her eyes. There's not really too much of a problem with that. It's just very unique. I've never seen anybody with 2 perfectly in the right spots here, so it was just kind of odd to me. Her skimpy outfit with the chest open kind of gave me, well, hoe vibes. I'm not trying to judge a book by its cover, but at the same time, I had nothing else to really go off of. Plus, every time she was on screen, she basically was saying how sexy everyone is. She even called Shinobu sexy. I mean, she's definitely not wrong. Shinobu definitely is daddy. Huh? Last but not least, biddies. Like actually out. Overall, I wasn't feeling her at first, but over a short period of time, I began to truly love her design. When we next meet Mitsuri, she's at the Swordsmith village hot springs. And bruh, the first thing we get to see is her literally naked in a hot spring. Again, fan service, I guess. A couple moments later, she's literally running up to Tanjiro, bouncing her biddies. They were literally about to fall out until Tanjiro became the fun police and rushes over to close her top. Whoever was writing this at the time had to be on demon time, because the point of her even running like this was because she claimed some rando in the village ignored her when she said hey to him, so she freaked out and started running to Tanjiro. Seriously? The show just wanted biddies jiggling. Literally 2 seconds later, Tanjiro mentions food and she's already dropped the situation entirely. I'm starting to think there never was a situation. The show just wanted biddies. That is all. Anyways, next time we see Mitsuri, she shows up well after the village has been attacked. This is when we get to see Mitsuri's weapon for the first time, and well, if Mitsuri isn't sexy enough, her weapon of choice is literally a whip. Remember I said the writer must have been on demon time? Well, Mitsuri is literally demon time the character. The swordsmith dude even comments how odd her weapon is. If y'all are confused on what a whip has to do with demon time, well, there's your answer. She saves this horny old dude, and when she goes to catch him, the camera literally zooms in on her biddies again. The old man, after being saved, even tells her how happy he is to be sexually held in her arms. Another dude yells about how he was hurt too and wanted to be sexually held as well. The old man gets upset because he's not finished laying next to biddies. After this, Mitsuri kind of just disappeared, and I really wonder where she was, because Morihiro pretty much mopped Upper Moon 5 and Upper 4 performed Shadow Clone Jutsu about 80 times before actually turning into Hashirama. Like seriously, where was she this entire time? Probably tending to the fake wounds of all those horny old swordsmith dudes who somehow are healed of being in the grace of biddies. Anyway, she shows up late to Tanjiro almost getting crushed by Hashirama's wood dragon. Well, Hantangu's wood dragon. And immediately we get to see her actually cook for the first time. Well, outside of biddies. She comes in and is easily washing these wood dragons. This is why people say Demon Slayer is carried by its animation, because I love the way Mitsuri looked while fighting here. She immediately gets a +10 on style. Somebody please call Tengen. He has to be here to see this. Unfortunately, it can't be that easy. Mitsuri ropes her whip around Hantangu's neck, and before she could decapitate him, he hit her with the oki and blast her into a flashback. This is where we get to see Mitsuri's, well, meh backstory. We learned that as a kid, she displayed an exceptional level of strength. When she was just like 2 years old, she was able to lift this 33-pound brick, and shortly after, she was able to beat a grown man in like arm wrestling at a very young age. I'm pretty sure shortly after this, she was able to pick up a house, or maybe not. Anyway, she began to realize she's too powerful, unlike other girls at her age, and beginning to feel out of place. Later, I guess she ended up getting rejected at a marriage interview by this so ugly random loser. What is it with anime dudes rejecting baddies for the most childish reason? Like, imagine rejecting somebody like Mitsuri. I guess she's too unique for the beauty standards set at this time. He wants someone more boring and common. In this situation, Mitsuri is just way too ultra rare. Mind you, she's not ugly at all. She's just uncommon because of her hair color and her power level. But I guess beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and he wants somebody very average. After getting rejected, Mitsuri tried to revert herself to some regular goof. I like this because it shows how a lot of people resort to changing themselves just to fit the social standards, and in turn, this could really make you very unhappy. It's how a lot of people live life, doing what they feel like they're supposed to do and not what actually makes them happy. The lesson is to follow your heart and your passion, not what social standards deem to be correct. Anyway, she realizes this lesson and begins to seek help. That's when she finds this so ugly Hashira leader dude and decides to become a demon slayer. She basically becomes the love or passion Hashira from her desire to follow her heart. That's actually why in the beginning she's basically falling over everyone. She can literally feel passion. Also, she's looking for a man. Anyways, after her flashback, she immediately starts cooking again. This is when we see she actually has a demon slayer mark. And this was really cool to me because female Hashira demon slayer mark, I didn't see it coming. I don't spoil myself to the series, so that really made me happy. She sends Tanjiro and the others to go fight that ugly main form of Hantengu, and she'll stay here and deal with the final like Hashirama form. Unfortunately, her screen time gets cut short here because the finale is about our main heroes and Mitsuri just becomes a background character. Tanjiro and the others struggle but eventually kill the main body of Hantengu, and later it cuts back to Mitsuri, and well, she continually fights off these wood dragons and eventually gets trapped and eaten by one. Bruh, I actually hate this. Fortunately, she gets saved because as that happens, Tanjiro cut off the main body's head. But seriously, that basically implies she lost this fight. Granted, it was basically just an endurance test, but I feel like it could have ended way better. They could have let her cook a lot better than this. You let Morichio go crazy on Upper 5, but you leave this lame ass ending for my girl Mitsuri? Oh, I see. Maybe it's because she didn't come from some up ass background of her family all being killed by demons, so she doesn't get the revenge point she needs in this fight. I mean, she unlocked the demon slayer mark. Y'all could have had her cook disrespectfully. Whatever the case, at the end of the day, at least we got to see our favorite love Hashira put in work. While I'm not completely satisfied with this ending of the arc, I rated it a good 8 out of 10. I can't wait to see what's next for our beautiful and talented love mode Hashira. Because while at first she wasn't one of my favorite, at the end of the day, she captured my heart as she was supposed to. And I'm pretty sure she captured a lot of y'all hearts as well. So leave a like on the video if you love Mitsuri. Leave a like on the video if you hate her. Leave a like on the video regardless.